Hi guys, here I am again from Spain. Spain is known for good food, and I have received feedback that perhaps some of my comments are too high level, and small businesses around the world are also composed of agricultural or cattle or farmers or somebody with pigs, fruit, vegetables, etc. around the world. So I want to dedicate this to those farmers who do not want to go sophisticated ways in order to improve their possibility, but stick to what it is, what they have. I mentioned briefly in another video what is the commodity trap, and the commodity trap is the big danger zone where small agriculture's business are in. So the peaches you might have and you are proud of are sold on the local market for, well, under peaches, and this is the peaches. And on the competitor just beside you on the market, they sell also peaches and also from the region. So the consumers see peaches again peaches, and there's one price which is 5 cents and the other is 4.5 cents. And the consumer says, well, if they're just peaches, one and the other, they are more or less the same. So why I would pay 5 cents if I can have them for 4.5 cents? So it is a kind of spiraling down afterwards that the lowest price they get the market, and at the end of the day everybody is driven out of the market because it is not anymore profitable. So you want to avoid this. And now, as I said, Spain is well known around the world for good food, good, well, processed or prepared food, not rather processed but prepared food. You may have heard of the ham in Spain, which is very well known around the world, but you may have heard also of Café de Colombia, of Roquefort cheese, or of champagne, or of Darjeeling tea, or vanilla of Madagascar. Well, all these, they produce quality goods from a certain region with regard to certain weather, climatic conditions, which are very special, bacteria which aid to prepare the food in a certain way that it is afterwards more delicious, or whatever. The soil is very good for that product in a certain region of the world, or the weather is so special in that part of the world that that fruit will grow marvelously well. So this is about fruit, or the Kobe beef, so it can be about meat as well. And then you have the screening. You would screen the market. Well, I love to eat that food in that region. That is very good. That is, the region is famous for it among your peers, among yourselves, among the community or whatever. So why not, rather than compete one against the other, so the person with one plot against the person with the plot just beside you, one to compete with the other on the market and spiraling down on the price, why not making a product from that region and being the benefiter of all the climatic conditions, of the soil conditions, of the bacterial surroundings, of the water, what you might have. Think of Munich beer, and then make something special out of it. And rather than competing with your peer, the agriculture just beside you, you would then go for something else. You would join forces and compete against other products of other parts of the world, but your competitor would be in another continent perhaps, and then you would be able to give the consumer a different experience. I'm repeating this a lot, the consumer experience. That is the moment where you build a certain process with regard to your product. Your previous competitors in the same region are doing the same product with not the identical product, but applying the same processes, the same ingredients according to a specification which you agree upon, and on within the boundaries, the areal boundaries, where the end product shall come from. And then you have certain standards set out which delivers a high price worth product. High price because the consumer experience is differently. When they see a tea which comes from Darjeeling, well, they think, well, Darjeeling, I know this. This is in India. This is one part of India. I'm not very sure which part of India it is, says the consumer, but I know this is India. Or Café de Colombia, well, that is Colombian, or Kobe beef that comes from Japan and is very special beef, and I'm willing to pay a higher price for it. And that is the reason where we come to a business strategy, which is the video in which is inserted here as a thematic, a subject matter. So you get to convince the people around you, let's take advantage of that product we have here in that corner of the planet, and you don't have it elsewhere in that quality or in that condition or in that whatever it is. And we know exactly what we can do with this product, and the end product we produce here is delicious. You all know that because you eat it, I don't know, once a month, and you love it. You are passionate about it. That is what you like. That is what your life is about when you want to celebrate something. You take this special food, right? Now, you convince the others we can give a different consumer experience to those potential consumers in the future, even on other continents, if we produce something which is solid for others. Now, that is what you do at the end. And then you may come to a point where vanilla of Madagascar or whatever product you have from whatever corner it is well known in the 5 continents, and you are out of the commodity trap, and you may be able to not only deliver a different consumer experience, but you go out. Now, what I'm talking about here is geographical indications, naturally. That is an IP right which exists in Europe since a long time. And the most famous probably is the 2 most famous probably Scotch whiskey and the champagne. So if you go somewhere to some shop around the world and you want to celebrate something, you first think of champagne. And if you see champagne in the shelves, you will be able to pay, not will be able, but you will be willing to pay a premium price. 20 euros, $20, is that okay for you to pay from time to time for a champagne? Yes. And why is that? You don't find it cheaper. No, because all of the agricultures from the viticultors, from the Champagne region, they do it in the same trusted way since long time. And it is well known around the world. Well, any champagne of any brand, that's still champagne, so it's good. Meaning that the main work of marketing, of distribution, that is not up to you, to your small unit, small business owner, small farmland worker. This is not what you need to worry about. No. You get together with others rather than competing with them. You get together with others, you join forces with them, and you get stronger with regard to a certain marketing and distribution capabilities, which the joint region, so to say, what you will make a kind of association. That association will do the heavy work, the heavy lifting. But you need to focus only on what you do best, which is a quality product, right? So that quality product, you don't even need to have a brand. It's good to have a brand. So Veuve Clicquot probably sells, is a champagne trademark, right? It sells probably more than any other not known champagne. But still, if you have champagne and you are not at all well known and you are even small, you will at least take or will be able to charge the double of what somebody else's sell as sparkling wine. Sparkling wine is generic, doesn't come from anywhere, or doesn't need to come from anywhere to be called sparkling wine, but champagne, to be called champagne, must come from a region which is very close east of Paris. And that's it. You can't make champagne in, I don't know, Argentina, although the sparkling wine may be good, but it's not champagne. And if it's not champagne, it is what? Sparkling wine, generic sparkling wine, which may come from the US, which may come from Italy. Well, there's a Prosecco issue, but may come from Italy, may come from Germany or wherever, but you don't have, the consumer does not link it to something very special from a certain region with a certain process, etc., to be done. So that is the difference. That is the difference. You feel you are very small. So what I'm saying here, join forces with others. You have a product, or you don't have a product, but you have people around you who are creative. Why not? Creative with regard to food preparation. You have your wife. Your wife may be able to create something marvelous out of the food which is from your region. So that might be the beginning of a story, of something which may change the future of your village. Why not? So you have to be on the lookout, to look to resources which are right there around the corner, but you never manage to see them. But they are there. They are there for the first to see them, and you may be the big benefactor of your village for the future. Now, I'm not saying that this is easy, right? I'm not saying everybody can do it, and in every region of the world there's something special. There may be, but it is not easy to imagine that everything is very special in every region and at the same time attractive for the whole planet. That might not be the case. And then afterwards, to join forces is also not an easy tactic, because you are always a bit suspicious of the competition. Are they not cheating? And then the damage is even higher for the new venture the village is going into. Or if it is possible that you do not see immediate profit in it, but it is rather suffering a lot more, and meetings and words come one to the other, etc. So, okay, that is why I want to encourage you to see that possibility. Now, the execution is another issue, but seeing it is the first thing. See you in the next video.